What is up, y'all? My name is Cameron and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be telling you what I consider to be one of my favorite and one of the best walk-in winter wade spots in Galveston Bay. I'll tell you exactly why that is, the conditions we look for when we go here, and then we're going to hop on Google Earth and I'll show you everything that I'm talking about. So stay tuned, let's get right into it. So what I consider to be one of the best places specifically for walk-in winter wade fishing in Galveston Bay is none other than the Galveston Island State Park itself. There's many reasons for this, but a few that I'll list right now is number one, it is super accessible to anybody. There's no deep mud or sand you have to worry about. There's a nice road that leads all the way up to the water's edge. So whether you're in a jacked up four-wheel drive truck or a little Honda Civic, you can pull up, hop out of your car, throw on the waders, and immediately get to catching fish. Reason number two is that it has access to deep water within like 30 or 40 yards of the shoreline, which is definitely something you're looking for during those winter months when those fish are in deep and they might move up shallow later in the afternoon. And number three is that it is a very easy wade. And what I mean by that is it has a super consistent, generally hard bottom with not too many dips and holes and stuff like that. And the last reason is that it has some pretty protected water. So no matter which way the wind is blowing, you can always find a way to get your back to it and still make some good casts. So now that I've talked about that, let's jump into the next part, go right on to Google Earth, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So now that we're on Google Earth, let's take a look at the state park right here. And it's important to note that when I'm talking about the state park, I'm mainly talking about Lake Como, because that has everything I was mentioning. So there it is. This is a road you can take whenever you come in. You just go all the way to the right, follow this along. As you can see, no mud, no sand, nothing to worry about there. Nice paved road with a nice parking spot right here. Get out, walk about 15 yards to the water's edge. And we'll flip this around for you. Alright, get rid of this. Typical Galveston fashion, guys. The picture of right here on Google Earth is a garbage can with a possum or a raccoon in it. It's always fun. Alright, so a few things I mentioned was that there's access to deep water. As you can tell from the satellite image, this is dark right here, which typically means that it's pretty deep. You can see the guts running out, which are deep. I've waded those plenty of times on the edge of them. Another thing I talked about was it being protected from the wind no matter which way it's blowing. So turn this to the north. There's a north wind, which you usually get after a cold front, during a cold front, all that good stuff. North, northeast. You can still fish here. So we usually like to go here a couple days after a cold front, post front, not obviously the next day because usually fishing is slow, but 2 to 3 days after when it starts to warm up. These houses offer plenty of protection, and also if you have a south wind, which would be coming from this area, it still offers protection from the south shoreline. So you can get in here, you can still fish this, and you can go here and fish these guts in all of this area right here. Another thing I mentioned was it having a very wadeable bottom. As you can see, it's super shallow, usually about waist deep out in this area, and access to the deep water. You can easily cast out here and catch plenty of fish. We mainly catch trout out here in the main part of Lake Como. Trout and redfish is what we target out here. And in this gut, we've caught like a ton of flounder, and we're actually going to roll some clips and show you some of the fish we've caught here. But a ton of flounder and actually a ton of sheep's head and little black drum, so little puppy drum. And one more area I wanted to point out at the state park is this little flat right here. I've waded through here before and it's actually pretty muddy, but as you can see, it has a recipe for a great winter day. Deep water on both sides of it and a nice flat with the mud, which warms up very quickly, and it's about 2 to 3 feet deep all across it. So that's definitely a spot to look out for whenever it's, late in the afternoon. Maybe it's 70, 75 degrees all day, super sunny. The fish can definitely be expected to move up on here. So I'm obviously talking about winter fishing right now, but it is worth it to point out that this place is good all the way through fall into the winter, all the way through late winter, and even into the springtime. A big reason for this is that during the summer months, people are always coming out of these canals having a good old time running through the channels, and during the winter, most of these people aren't even here, and there's little to no boat traffic, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Well, that's actually all I have for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed this super simple breakdown of the Galveston Island State Park, and I hope it helps some of y'all out. I also want to say, if you do go here during the winter, don't be surprised if you pull out a monster trout. Nolan actually pulled a 25-incher out of the same body of water last year. It's not always limits here, but usually you can pick a few off, and they're usually decent fish. Guys, if you liked today's video and you want to see more just like it, make sure to do us a favor, go down there and hit that like button to let us know. Also, leave us a comment and let us know if you've ever been to the Galveston Island State Park and what you've caught there. And to everyone who subscribed, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed the video, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. But I'm actually done talking, so thank you so much for watching. Until next time, guys, peace.